A super thanks to begin today's show from Matthew Helms. I have not been able to watch a lot of games this year. How has Hunter Luepke been? And has he been a factor in blitz pickup, being down so many starters? He does not get talked about much, good or bad. He's mostly been deployed as a blocker. I think he's got a catch and a run so far this year. Mostly as a run blocker, which, cool. I would almost rather see him be involved more as like a hybrid tight end H-back. They just kind of trust him to do some lead blocking stuff. I don't think he's actually been that great as a lead blocker. He's been fine in blitz pickup, but Javonte's actually been super good in that area. So Luepke's just kind of your emergency extra power back, your fullback when you use one, your emergency tight end, your core special teamer. He just kind of is one of the last active men on your roster to help you out in that area. Now, today's show is made possible by Omaha Steaks. Go to omahasteaks.com to get 50% off site-wide, plus an extra 20% off select favorites and more. Limited time deals during their extra Black Friday sale. And when you use promo code Cowboys at checkout, you get an extra $35 off. You can get a wide variety of not just steaks, but pork chops and chicken and burger. I mean, you get the essential griller bundle, which is 16 free smash burgers, bacon wrap filet mignons, chicken breasts, pork chops, burgers again, Frank's, caramel apple tartlets, seasoning. You throw on the extra $35 off, you're barely past $100 for all of that food. Get your deal today. And remember, Omaha Steaks is America's butcher, America's original butcher since 1917. They're a family-owned company with 100% years of expertise in the meat industry, carrying mouth-watering burgers, chicken, pork, seafood as well. My wife is not a fan. I am a fan, so it's just for me in the end. So get fired up for fall grilling with Omaha Steaks. Visit omahasteaks.com for 50% off site-wide during their early Black Friday sale, plus an extra 20% off select favorites and more limited time deals. Use promo code Cowboys at checkout for an extra $35 off. Minimum purchase may apply. See site for details. A big thanks to our advertiser, Omaha Steaks. William Cook is next up. This is a great video. This is on the Klayton Adams stuff, showing how good coaches and players improve the team. I think Klayton Adams is the most significant addition to the team. I don't disagree. I have been quite impressed with what Klayton Adams has brought. It's kind of everything I was hoping he was going to bring, he has brought so far for this Cowboys organization. He has been able to deliver the exact type of stuff I was hoping for. And I think he has been a huge impact for this team. I don't want to lose him. O-line, non-play calling coordinators don't normally get that much buzz around them, but Cardinals miss him pretty clearly. Jaden Blue Burner. I really love Liufau's energy and tone setting. The problem is he is too physical after the play, getting penalties on special teams. I think Schotty is changing the culture as well. Players are buying in, playing hard, especially offensively. We do miss Lewis, though. He was such a dog defensively. I do miss Jordan Lewis as well. It's one of those like, damn, I really wish you kept him. And if the Cowboys were ever honest about it, they would have said, we didn't pay Jordan Lewis because we were going to have to pay Micah Parsons. They didn't pay Micah Parsons. Like, they would have had a do-over on that front if they could have. It's okay. He's playing good for Jacksonville. I'm happy for Jay Lou. I do miss him. You do need another dog on defense, I think. Like, who's your dog right now? Liufau's got the energy, but I don't know if he even, like, Overshown hopefully is when he's back. But I do think that's a big thing that they're missing right now. So grade the job Schotty has done so far. A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know in the comments section of today's show. Grade the job Brian Schottenheimer has done so far. A, B, C, D, or F. It's the pinned comment on today's show. From William Cook. I wonder if being under center also reflects more confidence in the offensive line. Last year, I don't think Dak really trusted the offensive line. Good call out here. I do wonder that. I think it might have been more game script focused than anything else. They've always been actually a decent under center rep team. Like, this is not Kyler Murray in Arizona, all shotgun all the time stuff. Like, I think the Cardinals have had 0 straight under center dropbacks for like 2 years now, which is they just don't do it, period. Just as an example, with Adams coming over from there. I do wonder if that's a factor. I think that there is more trust in this offensive line this year. I think that there's, I do wonder if, I think how you message it from coaching matters too. Like, think about this from, I feel like last year, the mindset was, we don't trust the offensive line, we don't trust the O-line, get it out quick. And if that's your messaging week in and week out, you kind of get in everybody's head of like, hey, our O-line is bad. I don't think that's been the messaging this year from the coaching staff. Like, at times I felt like last year, the O-line coach didn't like some of the players he had. That's not an issue right now with Klayton Adams. So I think like overall trust, not just from the quarterback, I think from the coaching staff is a factor there too. Alvin Newborn, will our defense stop the run this weekend? I hope so. I think that is one of the bigger elements that is going to impact this game. The Panthers want to run the football. They want to make life easier on a inconsistent, undersized quarterback in Bryce Young. I do think the run game is going to be a huge element of what the Panthers try to do. They ran the ball great last week. Dallas didn't stop the run that great last week. You know, sometimes you get so focused on stopping the pass that the other element kind of trickles in, and vice versa. They're going to stop the run this week against Carolina. From Raymond, can the Cowboys flip Tolbert for a stud defensive end or linebacker? Stud? Honestly, probably not. I think in general, probably need to give up this idea of, well, I will offer you a day 3 pick and this player I don't want for your top 5 player on your roster. It's not how NFL teams do business. Like Jalen Tolbert, I think does have some value, but it's like day 3-esque value. Not like you're not getting Trey Hendrickson, not the Bengals need a receiver. You're not getting Hendrickson for Tolbert. I joke about like Tolbert for a first from the Giants. That's obviously a joke on social media, but they're not going to give you Kayvon Thibodeau for him. They're going to ask for a lot more in exchange for Tibbs. So you could package him as part of it. I'm not opposed to that because I love what I've seen from Flanoy in only one game, but you're not going to get a great haul for the guy you don't want anymore. So do the Cowboys make a trade this year? Y for yes, N for no. Let me know in the comments section of today's show. Y for yes, N for no. From Turner Sears, they lose to the Panthers. That'd just be sad. I don't even want to put that into the universe. I don't want to have that thought out there, frankly. Steven, would you be disappointed if the Cowboys did nothing during the trade deadline? Let me see what it looks like in a few weeks. I am open to it. You're 2-2-1. Like, you're kind of on the buffer of like, are you a contender? Are you a pretender? We don't really know yet, frankly. I know Jerry thinks that they are, but it's the Jones boys, how they always operate. I would want to be patient and check it again in 2 weeks. And there's a scenario in which, yes, I'm upset that they did nothing to make this team better and they're wasting a prime year from Dak, whatever. And there's a scenario where I'm like, you know what? They were right to not do any trades. It doesn't make sense for them to go do something. I don't think the Cowboys truly know how they should feel about that at this time. And you don't have to yet. You got 2+ weeks, 3 weeks to figure that out. From Tara, does the Bengals getting Flacco hurt the Hendrickson trade chances? I think that's how we should be looking at it. Now, again, 2-3 weeks from now, we can reevaluate and see how everything looks for the Bengals. But the fact that they went out and acquired a veteran quarterback in, frankly, a desperate trade, let's call it what it is, it was a desperate trade, it would be extremely non-cohesive to then say, let's trade away our best defensive player. Like, that's not how NFL teams often operate. I think the fact they went out and got Flacco makes it more likely that they keep Trey. Now, if they lose their next games before the trade deadline, maybe we reevaluate that. But for now, I will lean towards that makes me think that they will keep him. So name a player who you want to trade for. Let me know in the comments section of today's show. Keep it realistic. They're not getting Myles Garrett. Let me know in the comments section of today's show. Rico Dowdle worshiper. Hopefully the Cowboys re-sign George Pickens and Javonte Williams. We can't let them walk. You have the franchise tag available for George Pickens. I think at minimum that will be the usage there. I think if Williams keeps this up, you will be able to retain him. He's made comments how much he loves being in Dallas. I think that there is some semblance of like loyalty maybe for both those guys of like, hey, they went out and got me. Like they They made the trade for Pickens, and I think he likes having a good quarterback for the first time in his career, frankly. Javonte, I think, likes being in Dallas. He fits well. The grass isn't always greener somewhere else. I do think in terms of like keeping them on the roster next year, if you want to, you've got plenty of money, by the way. There is nothing to be concerned about on that front. A very valid question from William Cook here. Do you trust the Jones boys to make a good trade? I mean, I think they made a good one with Pickens, but it's fair. I trust them to make a good trade when they're not doing a trade out of an emotional reaction to something. Honestly, I think the Mingo trade last year was an emotional reaction to being banged up and not playing well and trying to make it seem like they were still a contender. That's what I think the Mingo trade was. Like, we got to do something to help us out here. The Micah trade, I think, was a reaction to the emotions between Micah and Jerry Jones. If they're just shopping and even bargain shopping, they mostly do okay there. I don't like the Kenneth Murray trade. It didn't cost you that much. It's fine. But I think they're at their best when teams call them. I just wish they'd be better when they called teams. Now, if you want to be a part of our Cowboys mailbags, hit that sub button so you never miss out. Free Cowboys videos each and every single day right here on the channel. YouTube.com/CowboysTV. Free videos every single day. Cowboy Rob 28. What should we expect from Savone Revel this year? I don't know. I don't have a great timeline for when he's back. I clearly had a setback in training camp. Unfortunate. Now you're not really worried about rushing him because he's still just playing behind the 8 ball so much. This is not a fair example, but like in years past, I would say, like, you can't trust Randy Gregory for anything. If he gives you something, great, but you have to treat him as a luxury, as an extra. For this year, I think that's how you treat Savone Revel. If he's back, awesome. If he helps you, even better. If he's not, if it's a redshirt year, sucks, but so be it. From TKG, what week is the trade deadline, and who do you want if we do a trade? Again, who do I want? We will do full-on videos on that. We'll keep an eye on what the market actually ends up looking like, etc., but I'm not going to overreact to it one way or the other. The trade deadline this year is on November 4th. That's actually the day after the Cowboys-Cardinals Monday Night Football game. So it is a slightly later trade deadline. That is the date to monitor, so you've still got quite a bit of time.